FLIXBOLT. Like, share, comment, subscribe and hit the bell.
Hello, and welcome. My big purchase for Black Friday was the brand new, upgraded 4K version of the FireTV stick. It was at half price, so I absolutely couldn't resist and had to pick one up. So, let's open up the package, check out this device. What I'll do is I'll walk you through the initial setup and the system UI, and then as usual we'll go over some of the pros and cons. Let's do this. Alright, so what's in the box? First things first, you're going to have the power adapter. This is essential to charging up the device and keeping the device powered. You have the Amazon Fire TV stick, the 4K edition. The Alexa voice remote. This is the 3rd generation. You'll see there's some shortcuts on it. A brand new edition. The HDMI extender cable. This is where if you want to stick it in small spots, you're going to be able to use that and be able to put that in. The 2 batteries, which will keep the Alexa remote charged. And a USB cable. This will plug into the power adapter. And some instructions. Hello, bonjour, because we're in Canada, so it's going to be bilingual. And there's even a little bit of fluff that I got from the package. There you go. As for the specifications, this is a quad-core 4K UHD device with 1.5 gigs of RAM and 8 gigs of storage. But keep in mind, the software takes about half, so in reality you have about 3 or 4 gigs. The price is $64.99 when it's at its regular price, but if you're lucky, you can get it cheaper. As for Black Friday, it was $34.99. I want to take a minute and compare the old Amazon TV remote to the new one. So there on the left you have the old one, and on the right you have the new one. You'll see there's a bunch of new buttons. So you're going to have the shortcuts, which will send you over to Prime Video, Netflix, Disney+, Amazon Music, and also there's a TV button, which is a shortcut to some TV services. This remote is identical other than that. Same weight, same size, everything, but then you get the benefit of those shortcuts. And the Fire TV, so exactly the same. You wouldn't even be able to tell the difference from one from the other. The one that I have here is the previous generation, so it does not have the 4K capabilities, whereas the new one does. But once again, other than that, it is absolutely identical. Size, weight, dimensions. Alright, so let's make it look nice, but that's everything inside the box. Now let's check out the UI. Once the device is turned on, press the play button and then choose your language or country. This message, you will see it if you choose to plug the device straight into the TV as opposed to plugging it with the USB adapter. Obviously, Amazon suggests that you use the power adapter, but I've used the TV. Either way, the choice is yours. You're going to scan for networks. Obviously, you're going to have to sign in with Wi-Fi. And once you sign in, it'll give you the notification if everything is alright. This, I've noticed that whenever receiving the Fire Sticks, it will always check for updates. May do it 2 or 3 times, but just be patient. It can take an extra 5 or 10 minutes to do that. Obviously, we're going to skip over that, but it's just something that you should be aware of. Once the updates are done, it's time to sign in with your Amazon account. You're going to go over to amazon.com/code. Once you go to this website, you're going to see this. You're going to sign in and you're going to use the code that I had circled in the previous picture. Once you sign in with that, this is the easiest way for you to sign in with your Amazon. If you have multiple Amazon Fire Sticks, you're going to be able to restore with a previous Amazon stick. We're going to skip all of that and go to the next part. After this, Amazon's going to want to pair up with your TV to allow you to turn up the volume and turn down the volume. It's going to ask you what brand of TV you have if it didn't automatically find it. Once that's done, then it's going to set up and give you that confirmation. You're going to be able to set up your streaming services, and you're going to get a nice little welcome to FireTV video. We're going to skip all of that, and we're going to go straight to the UI, and this is the first thing you should do whenever you get a Fire Stick. You're going to go for the downloader. Although I went a bit quick, you're going to be able to find the downloader right under the YouTube app when you initially start up the device. You could also just use Alexa and say downloader to get to the downloader. Either way, it's a staple and you need to have this app. Any application you want to sideload that is not in the Play Store or the Amazon Play Store, you're going to be able to go through the downloader to do that. This is the first thing that you need to do when you get the downloader. Don't forget, click allow. The second thing that you're going to need to do is activate unknown sources. So by going into the settings, then going to My Fire TV, you're going to be able to do this. So once again, settings, My Fire TV. Then once in there, you're going to go to developer options. You're going to activate the two options that are there. You're going to want to read the script just to ensure that you know what you're doing, but this is what you're going to want to do if you're going to want to install apps from outside of the Play Store or the App Store, Amazon App Store. The layout in UI is extremely straightforward. It's going to be sorted out into categories. So you're going to have your shows, you're going to have your movies, and you're going to have the apps that you're going to most likely use for streaming. You're going to be able to download them. Some are free, some you have to pay for to access. Either way, the layout is very straightforward. Just a reminder what was in the box, so the adapter, the Fire Stick, the remote, so on and so forth. But let's go over the pros and cons. Alright, so let's go over the pros. It's an inexpensive device, especially when it's on sale. Like I said before, I paid $35 and it was my big Black Friday purchase. Great price, great value at that $35 price point. Shortcuts are right on the remote, so you're going to be able to use Prime Video, Netflix, Disney, Amazon Music, which are most likely the most popular services, streaming services that are out there, and you'll most likely be using them, so it's really good to kind of have that one-click hop straight to it. It's a 4K device, so that has a nice little advantage. You're going to be able to benefit from the highest quality in most of those applications that I previously mentioned. It's easily signed in, so the sign in or the pairing options on this is extremely simple. Kudos to the applications, kudos to Amazon to be able to enable you to sign in and pair your device rather easily. Because the remote is very up, down, left, right, you're not going to really want to start signing in and putting in passwords and whatnot. They do a really good job with that. Also, there is the very popular casting function, which is something that is popular with the Chromecast, but you're going to be able to send contents from your phone straight to the device, which is great. Alright, so let's go over some of the cons. The device is unfortunately a Wi-Fi only device unless you purchase the Ethernet dongle, which is about $19. There's about 8 gigs of storage, but keep in mind the software itself uses about 4 or 5 gigs, which will leave you about 4 or 3 remaining gigs of space on the device. You're not going to want to do anything crazy with it because it's going to fill up the drive rather quickly. It is very ad heavy. This is something that I've noticed, that right on the main screen off the bat there's ads that are there. In the application there's ads, and some of the ads are rather aggressive. So it's something that you might have to get used to. You're clicking on an app, you're going in there, and then there's like an ad that kind of just hits you right off the bat. It is a little bit annoying, but I guess when a device is that cheap, they gotta make money somewhere. It's an Android device, but it's not really an Android device. What I mean by that is some of the side-loaded applications will not work because it's an Android application. Some of the applications will need to be tailored to the Firestick. Because the Firestick is not your typical Android device where you're able to use it kind of like a tablet, tap the screen, or move it around. Unfortunately, because of the remote, you're going to kind of have to up, down, left, right. If those up, down, left, right functions aren't there, then it's just not going to work with your Amazon. Also, certain applications require you to have the Play Store, or it does verification with the Play Store. So adding that into the Firestick will not allow you to use the application because there is no Play Store. The device is very subscription dependent, so you're going to need Netflix, Prime, Disney Plus, all those applications to take full advantage of the Amazon Fire Stick. And if you don't have them, oftentimes you're going to click on an app or you're going to click on a section and it's going to tell you that you're going to need to buy a subscription to use it. So sometimes you'll see something that's really interesting and it'll kind of tell you you need a subscription. A little bit of a bait and switch. And the last con, which pains me to say, unfortunately it's not a huge upgrade from the previous version. If you don't have a Fire Stick, definitely go for this one. The price point, the functionality, all those things are amazing. But if you already have a Fire Stick and you already have, like a protector, a cover over it, and all those great things, you might not want to switch over to this one. You might want to wait. Either way, the $35 price point is kind of hard to resist, but keep in mind, I think the biggest upgrade for the new Fire Stick is the remote. So, did you pick up a Fire Stick? Are you thinking of picking one up? Are you happy with your Fire Stick? Will you upgrade your Fire Stick? There's so many questions, but leave a comment and tell me what you think. Also, if you enjoyed this video, take a second and smash that like button. Take care, FLIXBOLT out.